welcome here today. So today we're going to have a bit of fun, and we're going to explain a few things with you about how you can better understand yourself and better understand others, so you can interact and communicate with people. Before we go into it, I'm just going to explain a couple of little things that we'll cover. So there's for a few hundred years now it's been well known about 4 different personality types, and for today we're going to mold them into horse personalities. And with the 4 personality types, they're all very different. They all have their own real benefits, but we're going to try and work out different ways, different techniques on how you can interact with other people without causing any conflict, and have better relations with people. So I'll describe the 4 main types initially. So the one that we call the sunny type, they're the very all business type. They're like, righto, black and white, my way or the highway. And sometimes they're very good in that leadership role, but sometimes if someone's a little bit introvert, a little bit shy, then those people are going to be a bit too much to handle. So Lexi here, she's what we call sort of our Mindy type. So our Mindies are the shy introverts, they're the very caring type, like to look after other people, but also they'll shy away from confrontation or something. Down the far end we have a Larry type, which we won't be using, but the Larrys are kind of the organizer. They're the ones who like everything all ducks lined in a row. They're the meticulous type. They like to be very organized and but also very good at looking over people and being aware of how other people are feeling. And then we have the yogi type. The yogis are they're the motivators. They're the ones who like to have fun, but they're really relaxed and don't get too worried about life. They're just out there to have fun and party, but try to get everyone else involved. So sometimes some of those you'll all be able to recognize yourself in those personality types, and you're predominantly one type with a little mix of 1, maybe 2, or even all 4, but you're generally mostly one type. So for myself, I would be a sunny with a yogi mix. With the sunny types, generally we don't like being told what to do. We know best. Quite often we find out the hard way. It's not always the best way, but that's just how we are. That's how we're wired. And but my yogi side, I'm pretty relaxed. I don't get stressed about life or situations. I'm generally pretty calm. And something that could, like Mindy, could really spin her out. But the dangers of being a sunny type is, well, not dangers, just the things to think about. If you're a very dominant and strong personality type and you're interacting with a Mindy, you're going to be black and white, all business, and a Mindy's generally going to go, whoa, is this too much for me? So if I'm like, righto Lexi, we're heading this way, it's too much for Lexi. And Lexi's like, I've got to escape the situation. It's just too much energy for me. So with a sunny, what we're going to do is just soften everything we do. And now our Mindies are like, oh wow, okay, you're not too scary after all. Okay, you're pretty confident, so I'll hang out with you. And so with a sunny, the things we want to be working on is sort of softening your energy. You can still have that real confidence, but you want to be soft about it. And if we're coming in too hot, and our Mindies are just going to be like, way, it's too much for me, way too much. And so, in the back of your mind, just be thinking, you might think, oh, yep, I'm a little bit of that, or I'm a little bit of a Mindy. Now with the Mindies, one of the things we want to do, they generally won't have as much confidence and sort of outgoing So quite not restricted.
Introverted.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of a better description. Don't really push themselves out there to take charge of a situation or things like that. But they're very caring for other people's needs, very aware of how other people are feeling. And then with a yogi, they're just going to be the cruisers. And we've got one of our horses down there. He's definitely a yogi. He just wants to have fun all the time, rocking the other horses up and playing around. And then the Larrys are the ones who just, everything's got to be right, and they're going to stew over if they're not getting something right. They're the perfectionists. Everything's got to be bang on. And so that can cause a little bit of anxiety in itself, because if things aren't quite as you want them to be, it's stewing over in the back of your mind. So today we're just going to work on some little tips and things on how you can, if you're one of those types, how you can mix and mingle and communicate with people a lot better. And yeah, we're going to have a lot of fun doing it. Cut.